Good. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for coming. I'm Dr. Cliff Smyth from the Department of Mind Body Medicine in the College of Integrative Medicine and Health Sciences at Saybrook University. And for today's mindful moment, I'd like to evoke the image or the idea of gathering. My Buddhist teachers, Thanissaro and Kittisaro, often use the metaphor of gathering to describe the practice of bringing ourselves to be present in the moment at the beginning of a meditation practice. In our world, we're often drawn in different directions by stimulation in the environment, sights, sounds, digital media, as well as thoughts and the various bodily experiences of moving toward the cushion or the chair, moving into Zoom, and of course, what arises in the body as we begin to sit and settle. So spending a few moments now to get more comfortable in your sitting. And invite your attention to a light on your breathing, how you experience breathing right now, the rhythm, or the coming and going of the air. Or the movements of the body with each breath. Gathering. So we often say after a surprise or the sudden arrival of a guest, give me a moment to gather myself. And we might arrange our clothes and our bodies and attend to calming the breath. What images come to you of gathering? For me, it suggests images of gathering fruits or flowers into a basket, or even into the fold of an apron, the corners held to create the valley of cloth to hold the potatoes or tomatoes or flowers or petals. Or maybe images of shelling peas with someone, freeing the peas from their pods and bringing them into a big green gathering in a bowl. Or collecting seashells and stones as a child. Filling one's pockets, then laying them out on the table back at the house. Gathering, the bringing together of things that were disparate, bringing them into relationship, bringing them closer so they can bump against each other and nestle together. What parts of ourselves do we want to bring present here and now? What parts of ourselves can we bring present here and now? There may be parts of the body that are easily forgotten, that are too comfortable to sense or too uncomfortable to sense or too interior to sense easily. Maybe can only be sensed as fuzzy and vague. Is there a place for them in a larger sense of the body, being here, being now? Spend some moments to find what parts of the body you can find comfortably, that you can gather right now. Maybe your attention rows around the body, gathering parts and sensations. Maybe an overall felt sense is present or can be created. As always, bring compassion to bodily experience, welcoming all the parts of the body with care. Gathering the body. And the mind, so quick of thoughts and images. How can we hold thoughts both intended and discursive? Thoughts that may seem to want to head away from the gathering, or thoughts that maybe want to enter into an argument with what you're doing right now. Can thoughts be brought in and held lightly, or even let go of for now? To gather thoughts, invite them to slow, to be drawn into this moment. How could we gather our thoughts as if to speak, but simply allow them to be? And as time moves on, they simply fill the bowl of consciousness. What is important in our thoughts will remain. Gathering the mind. And in what ways can we gather the mind and body, the mental and the experience of the physical, through attention, through compassion, through the intention to hold all of ourselves in the present, in a gestalt, in wholeness, held, gathering the experienced body, gathering the mind. And we could reflect on another meaning of gathering. When we think, we start to gather what someone else means. And we draw on the words and images, the context, and what we know of them and of people. And when we gather something from another person, we often invite the possibility of not being certain. There's an openness to their meaning, which we can bring to ourselves. Gathering is a gift to ourselves and others. gathering the experiences of the body, gathering thought, holding them lightly. Bringing them into a felt sense of being here, being now. Gathering the experience of the body, gathering thoughts, allow them to be held. And we will finish this practice in a few moments. You might reflect on how to bring this sense of being gathered into the next moments of your life, the next period of your life. How can we stay a while with a sense of being gathered and present to our own experience? That would be a fruit of this practice. And you might start to allow your eyes to open if they closed, to refocus if they softened, and be aware of the room around you. And that is our practice for today.